Good morning, DFC, and welcome back to another edition of Grade 11 Entrepreneurship. Today, I'm going to be explaining your next evaluation task. So this will be worth 17.5% of your final grade, and it's continuing your entrepreneurial profile. So I've marked everyone who had submitted their entrepreneurial profile in the first unit, and today we're going to be continuing it over the next 3 classes. So what's the whole point of this? Well, we're going to learn how to conduct a self-assessment. So take a personal quiz of our entrepreneurial characteristics and skills to gauge our suitability for the world of entrepreneurship. So I'm going to explain what that means throughout this video. All right, as I mentioned, this is worth 17.5% of your final grade, and everything that you need to complete this project can be found within the slideshow. I'm going to put my screen up here. Now, unlike the daily practice assignments, those don't have deadlines. This one does have a strict deadline of Friday, December 11th at 11:59 p.m. So any day after that deadline, the project will be subject to a 5% per day penalty, up to a maximum of 50% off. So really important to simply hand this in on time. That will prevent you from getting any late marks deducted. And finally, please watch this video. All right, so there are 4 tasks associated with this project. First task is pretty straightforward. It's a biography. So the first section of your business plan will be a biography, and the first section of this assignment is a biography as well. So you can just copy and paste it when you go to create your business plan. So in a proper paragraph, write a brief biography that introduces yourself to the reader of your business plan, whether it's your teacher, an investor, or business plan or business development officer. Now you can write that biography however you want, as long as it's about you, obviously. But you can follow this outline if you wish. One sentence that introduces yourself, a sentence or two about your interests and hobbies, a sentence or two about your previous work experience or business education, a sentence or two about the business idea you're thinking of writing a business plan about, which is a course culminating activity. And finally, a sentence that summarizes what are your plans for after high school. Now you can type your paragraph here, but after you're done typing your paragraph, please delete this text box, and that will just give you more room for your paragraph. And your paragraph will be marked thusly. 5 marks for content. Content is all the stuff here. 5 marks for structure. Does it have a topic sentence, supporting details, and concluding sentence? And finally, 4 marks for writing mechanics. How well is your spelling, grammar, punctuation, and capitalization? So you'll get 14 marks out in total. Next is SWOT analysis. So you guys, if you did activity 2.4 already, then this will be familiar to you. But what I'd like you to do is create a SWOT analysis for your business idea. Now, since this chart will go into your business plan, I would like you to write in full sentences here. But what I'd like you to do is have at least 3 ideas per row for a minimum of 12 ideas. And if you are not familiar with what a SWOT analysis is, please pay attention. In this row, you're going to talk about what your strengths are. What are things that you are good at in full sentences? Next, I'd like you to talk about weaknesses, or give me 3 things that you'd like to improve upon in your life or you as a person. Now, what are 3 opportunities or things that can help your businesses succeed? So they could be things or people, organizations. I could even be one, your entrepreneurship teacher, Brandon Wright. So you can start by saying, person who can help my business succeed is my entrepreneurship teacher, Brandon Wright at DSC High School. The next person who can help my business, and then go into, could be your chief and counsel, your band office, maybe you have a friend or a relative who is an entrepreneur themselves, but just give me 3 things that could help your business. And please write in full sentences. And then finally, tell me 3, getting a little ahead of myself, 3 things that could hurt your business's chance of success. So those are threats. So the first thing that could hurt my business is blank. So if you have basically 3 sentences per row, and you'll get a mark per sentence. That's 12 marks in total for this section. Now I'm going to skip task 3 because that requires a little more explanation. Let's go to task 4. This is writing another paragraph, but it's about your progress in the course so far. So 1 topic sentence that introduces yourself and what you're writing about. 1 or 2 sentences to tell me how you think you did in the first unit. 1 or 2 sentences about how you think you did in the second unit. 1 or 2 sentences about your business idea so far. 1 or 2 sentences about any possible concerns you have about the remainder of the course, because there's only a couple of weeks left. And then finally, a concluding sentence that summarizes your topic, which is your progress in the course so far. So just write a paragraph about your progress in the course so far. And like the first paragraph, it'll be marked the exact same way according to this rubric here. All right, let's backtrack to task 3. This is where things get a little interesting. Go to this website, which I'll display right here. So that website. And complete the entrepreneurial self-assessment. Now, this is a personality quiz about your motivations, your abilities, and your thought processes or your attitudes compared to actual entrepreneurs. Now, there are 53 questions in total. Most of them are just multiple choice. And I do want you to answer them as honestly as possible. Then after the assessment, discuss your results by completing the organizer below. Now, for each correctly completed box, you'll receive 1 mark. So there's 12 boxes, 1 mark per box, 12 marks in total. So the quiz looks like this. Nope, those are my results. So there are 10 multiple choice questions per page. It'll give you a statement here. I like to give myself challenges when taking on a new project. And then this is what the numbers mean. 1 is totally disagree, 2 somewhat disagree, 3 somewhat agree, 4 is totally agree. So give yourself a mark out of 4 for however you agree with this statement. I'm fairly at ease in difficult situations. Somewhat agree. Yes. I always worry about what others think before doing something important. I'd say somewhat agree. I'm fairly curious. I'm continually in search of discovery. Yes. I'm a lot less effective in stressful situations. Somewhat disagree. I want to build something that will publicly be recognized. Yep. When facing difficulties, I look for alternative solutions. Absolutely. For me, what counts is action. Yes. For me, it is possible to influence one's destiny. Absolute. Somewhat agree, yes. And then you go on to the next page. So after you do all 53 questions, you'll get a page that looks like this. This is my page. Now I'll give you 2 bars, a horizontal bar and a vertical bar. The blue bar is your score. The yellow or the orange vertical bar is the average. So according to this, I am above average in my profile according to average entrepreneurs. And then it breaks down your motivations, aptitudes. Aptitudes are your abilities, and attitudes, those are your beliefs. Motivations are pretty self-explanatory. Let's go back here. So let's look at motivations. My motivation score is 67, so I'll put that there. And then let's go down to the motivation subsection. So my motivation is right here, and these are my sub-scores right here. There are 4: need for achievement, success, power, control, appeal, need for challenges, ambition, self-sufficiency, and freedom. Now, my profile is a little unusual because I have 3 sub-scores: need for achievement, power, control, appeal, and need for challenges, which are the exact same score. They're both scored at 18. And for all 3 of them, I'm above average. My lowest is self-sufficiency and freedom. So I'll just pick one. Let's go with need for self-achievement and success. And that is at 18. So highest sub-score is 18. Control-Shift-V. And now I'm going to give just a brief 1-sentence explanation as to whether I agree with this highest sub-score. That's need for achievement and success. I agree with this highest sub-score. I always try to do things to the best of my abilities in order to be seen as successful in the eyes of others. Think of me is important to my self-worth. Okay, so that's all I'm looking for each row. Give me your score, your highest sub-score. Your sub-score are just these definitions right here. For example, motivations has 4 sub-scores. Aptitudes has 1, 2, 3, 4 sub-scores, and attitudes only has 2. For example, in my attitudes, I'm just below average. So 68 would go here. And then my highest would be creativity and imagination at 22. The number is displayed there. And that's the only one where I'm above average. And then I would type whether I agree with this score or not. So you'll get a mark for each correctly completed box for a total of 12 marks in this section. All right, everyone, that is all 4 sections of this. It's very important to complete this project since it will count towards your final grade. Please do not leave any sections blank and try to complete it to the best of your abilities. That way you can maximize your mark on this project and therefore your final project or your final mark, which will get displayed December 18th. As usual, if you have any questions, please come visit me in Google Meet. Give me a call or shoot me an email. All right, everyone, good luck on this project and have a great day. Bye.